Hello, everybody. Very excited today to bring you something that's actually a fan request, a viewer request. Somebody watched one of my previous videos, and I mentioned that a lot of early animation was a response to Disney. That a lot of the a lot of the studios were just responding, either blatantly copying, trying to capture some of the Disney magic, or responding in a way that was satirical or making fun of the Disney style or making their own spin on the Disney idea as a way to stand out against Disney. Disney was such a monolith in early animation, from the 30s onward, that you were in the Disney ecosystem. You were always going to be compared to Disney. So it behooved you really to recognize that and either work against it or, in some people's cases, just to make bad copies. Today we're going to be focusing on some of the bad copies, I assume. A couple of these I have not seen that we're going to watch today, I think. So going to be getting a brand new response. We're going to be starting with the Disney The Tortoise and the Hare. I thought this was a good one because last week we talked about Hare, which was kind of a copy of Bugs Bunny. And it started with a copy of Bugs Bunny doing a satirical version of this cartoon. So we're going to start with the Silly Symphony. As you can see, it's the Disney one. Oh, you can see all my fucking searches are all like ridiculous cartoon bullshit. And myself. And ASMR. That's it. That's all I watch is stupid cartoon bullshit. My own channels and ASMR. So I thought this was a good place to start because it is a fable. There were people who did these fables, specifically Aesop's fables. There was a whole cartoon series in the 20s and the 30s. But Disney did this Tortoise and the Hare one, and it really took off. People really, really loved it. People loved the characters and the colorfulness of it and the musicality. And so everybody tried to copy it. Everybody tried to do their own spin on it. The Looney Tunes did use Bugs Bunny to do a more satirical, dare I say edgy, take on the tale. I think that's fair. You know, Bugs Bunny and the Tortoise, like, lie, cheat, scheme, blow each other up, trying to get to success. But let's watch the Silly Symphony, and then we'll watch a couple other studios attempting to use the same work. I'm going to do another video next week on an even older Disney cartoon, a Mickey Mouse, that is even more obviously copied by some of the other studios, and we'll look at what each of those studios do to either add their own spin to it or don't add their own spin to it and just try to do what Disney did but worse, because nobody spent as much money as Disney did on cartoons. Nobody even had that money. If Disney had $10,000 for a budget, he would spend $15,000. So let's take a look. We're going to start with the Tortoise and the Hare, and then we'll take a look at a Terry Toons and a Lance. And you may not know who Lance is, but you certainly know his most famous creation. That is Woody Woodpecker. So Lance is the guy who made Woody Woodpecker. We're going to see his take on this tale. And then probably another even sadder version of Terry that's more of a copy of Bugs Bunny. We're not going to watch the Looney Tune because the Looney Tune is the only one that's not on YouTube and the only one that I'm scared of getting a copyright strike for, because Warner Brothers are still like selling these old cartoons. I don't think Disney is still really trying to make money off of the Tortoise and the Hare, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm going to get sniped by the fucking Mouse Brigade. But yeah, and then of course there's also Hare, who was a novel tune and then a Harvey tune. We talked about him last week. Again, kind of a copy of what we're about to watch. I'll tell you where he fits in, and if you're interested, you can go watch him. He is the saddest. He's such a sad rabbit. We might have a sadder rabbit today, though, actually. But let's jump into it. Big race, Tortoise versus Hare. So, like, there's so much going on here. We're using cycles, but, like, in a cute way. Like, people are continuing to fucking knock over this cop. His foot is broken and we're just running him over. So here's the star of the show. Max Hare. He's clearly like, he's got this sweater that like only assholes wore. And this is from 1935, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Requisite skunks are smelly joke. We don't want to sit by them. They're still allowed in though, which is nice. And then we've got Toby. Oh, everyone's laughing at him. Slow but sure.
Well, may the best man win.
Thanks, I will, but I won't beat you too bad. Shake.
I'm sorry. Max, look at this asshole. This is why people like this cartoon, because Max Hare is such a he's like Toby, is it Toby? I don't know. I've already forgotten his fucking name. There's too many turtles, and I've forgotten what this tortoise's name is. I'm just looking at Max. Look at Max and his confidence. I love that. The turtle is like, may the best man win, and like Max is like, thanks, I will. Like, that is such a vibe. I want to channel that energy more in my life, you know? Oh! 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 Oh my god, look at him laugh!
Funny joke, but you caught me fair and square.
No hard feelings? Put her there.
Oh, he's gonna do it again! That laugh is so mean. Oh shit. Oh my god, his fucking tail did like I'm not a huge fan of Disney's silly symphonies. I think they're usually very boring. But can we just like, the tail on that fucking raccoon went like a little barbershop thing? And I am here for it. Because Max is so fucking funny. Oh, you're not even pointing the right way!
Say it.
Oh, he got scared! Okay, but at least he got flipped around. Oh, they're all laughing at him. Oh my god, we're just gonna fucking shoot him to get him going. Like, we're so mean. Disney does a great job here. Of like, Max is funny, but he's like clearly a prick, right? Am I gonna get... Oh shit! He just stripped... Everybody throws their clothes off when they see Max Hare. Well, this guy gets fucking lapped by snails. He's still being so polite, though. Are they like cheering him on or taunting him? Okay, so Max is pretending to nap. So, you know, in the original fable, the rabbit gets cocky and falls asleep. Max is like pretending to take a nap here to taunt the tortoise and giving him false hope, which is so sad. Look at him. Look at him sneak by him. I also love the detail on the tortoise's skin. Like, look at the little, he's got these little, like actual tortoises do. He's got these little knobby nodules. I don't usually like complimenting the old Disney ones, but like, this is good. There's a lot of detail there. Max is hilarious. There's some people who say that like, Max is an inspiration for Bugs Bunny. I'm not confident in that. I mean, like, I'm sure that he was, like, the animators were aware of him, but he's just not, like, what Bugs Bunny is like, you know? Bugs Bunny isn't boisterous in that way. But I'm sure, like, obviously when they put Bugs Bunny into this fable, the animators would have been aware of, like, Max and his assholery, and would have been kind of going off of that. In my Bugs Bunny video, I will talk a lot more about that. So make sure to check that out when I come out. When it comes out, make sure to check out the Bugs Bunny video. But like, I do, like, there's just so much, like, for 1935, if you watch other cartoons from 35, this level of detail is pretty spectacular. I'm sure it costs so much fucking money and time, but like, the little nodules, I'm sorry, I'm just geeking out about, because they would have, this is when you still had to, like, draw every fucking frame, so they had to draw the little nodules, and it's Disney, so you know that they were precise about where his little nodules are, where his little tortoise lumps go. They were like, this has to be 3 millimeters from the bottom of his foot, or you are fired. You will be fired, and you will never work in this town again. Which I think is maybe taking it too far, but it looks great. Aw, this guy's doing his best. Look at him. He's getting some momentum. Oh no, and Max is gonna be an asshole about it. So Disney does a really great job. Unlike what we saw with the Hare last week, Disney does a really great job of like setting up the villain. Is that, you know, Disney villains are great. They're always so just bad. Oh my gosh. But then this is where Hare's true downfall. So what I was saying is like Disney does a really great job of like setting up the villain, right? So Hare is not Hare, sorry. Hare is sad. Max Hare, this guy, is like so full of himself and like specifically goes out of his way to be a jerk. We like when bad things happen to people who are not humble. So let's see what he does. What is even that run? Is this how athletes run though? Like that was so silly. I do love his stupid smile.
Ain't he big and handsome? He surely is a whiz.
You doggone tootin' cutie. I'm the very best there is.
It's also like a lot of times when I watch just like women in these old cartoons, I'm like, none of these animators ever talk to women. I'm also uncomfortable with not knowing how old these rabbits are. These rabbit girls, they're at like a girls' school. Max Hare could be many different ages, but the overlap of their possible ages, like how small that window is, makes me uncomfortable. Oh look, here he goes.
What's that play? Come on, we're having lots of fun.
Who? Me? I ain't got time. I got a race to run.
Good for you. Oh man, don't be stopped by the sirens. It's okay. You'll get hosed when you win.
Don't you think you'd better go? The tortoise has the lead.
Say, I've lots of time to play. My middle name is Speed.
See, lots of time to play makes me uncomfortable. He's clearly like an adult. There is a possibility that they are all teenagers. But it is a small possibility. I had forgotten this. That I remember that Max Hare gets distracted by girl rabbits. I had not remembered that they are uncomfortably young seeming girl rabbits. So now he's gonna show them how fast he is. Oh, holy shit. What if he just got like fucking sliced and that was the end of the tail? Oh my god. He is fun though. I would watch him do. I would be a Max Hare fan. I don't know. I usually like a little confidence, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's, you know, even if they end up looking like an idiot sometimes, I like a little confidence. But I also think the tortoise is a sweetie. I'm not saying I date both of them. We don't have to talk about whether or not I would date the cartoon characters. Oh, what's he gonna do now? He's gonna be faster than the... Look at him, he can play tennis with himself. Okay, maybe he's gonna lose the race, but this is pretty cool. I mean, so what if he loses the race? Like, this was pretty awesome. Like, he's clearly faster. I don't think it matters. So, whoa, that like hit the camera? Cool. So this is like why people fucking geeked out. Look at him, he's such an a-hole. But look, you've been messing around over there. The tortoise is doing his best and staying focused. A lot of moisture in that kiss. All right, here we go. Oh no, here he comes! Here he comes! You got this. Yeah, pull your... Oh shit! Disturbing. Very disturbing. Every once in a while, Disney does something that's like supposed to be like silly and playful, but if you like actually like look at it, it's like, dear God, because like it's just too realistic, so it's weird when they get really cartoony. Like, if somebody does that in Looney Tunes, it's not as uncanny. Oh my god, who's gonna win, y'all? This is very exciting, actually. I'm very much drawn in here. I mean, you want the tortoise to win. But it is also kind of like... Oh, shit! You lost, mofo! You should have been focused! Everybody loves him now, because he actually, like, paid attention to the task at hand. That's a fun time. The Tortoise and the Hare, done by Silly Symphony, is a groovy fun time. Posted by New Look Chick on YouTube. If you want to go check it out without me geeking out over Max Hare over it. But yeah, basically people thought that was like, he was super fun, and they thought that the tale was also very wholesome. People really liked that then, you know. They did enjoy a good wholesome thing, although I think they were hankering. Excuse me. They were hankering for something a little more chaotic, which is why the Looney Tunes were such a big hit. But that was in 1935. Then you had Bugs Bunny's version in 1941, because Bugs Bunny didn't appear until 1940. So you had Bugs Bunny's version in 1941. Like I said, we're not going to watch that because it's not on YouTube, and I'm afraid if I put it up on YouTube, I will get a copyright strike, and the Warner Brothers will like send a hit squad. Well, we're going to skip ahead to 1946. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch my Bugs Bunny video later, because we will talk about it in more detail, and I'll only be using clips. We won't be watching the whole cartoon. Also, go check it out. It's called Tortoise Beats Hare. It's from 1941. You can find it. It is online. You can find it. It's super cool. It's just a very much more self-aware and meta. Like that. Like this was adorable, but they didn't do anything meta. So the Looney Tunes guys took the same story and made Bugs Bunny basically like lose his shit and like try to cheat to win, and then the turtle can only win by cheating. So. Like, it turns the moral on its head. They kind of take this, like, wholesome moral, and they completely... They turn it on its head by being like, he who cheats best wins the cash. Like, instead of slow and steady wins the race, because the Bugs is very focused. He does not give up without a fight, but he can't quite pull it off. So it's also one of the few examples of, like, Bugs Bunny losing. But we're going to skip ahead to something much worse. This is a Terry Tunes. Paul Terry, I've talked about him many times before. We've talked about his lazy haunted houses. And his, and Gennady Goose. Gennady Goose, of course, is a favorite. So this one's from Cinema Cartoon U. They posted on YouTube. Hopefully no ads. We'll find out. The Terry ones don't often have ads because who's watching these? Just us. Just us, y'all. Paul Terry, as I mentioned before, I call him the king of trash. I know there's other people who have that name, like officially or whatever in pop culture, but as far as animation, like Paul Terry just wanted to make things as quickly and inexpensively as possible. So this is from 46. This is a full 11 years. A full 11 years after the Disney one that everyone loved. So let's see what Paul Terry does. With 11 years of animation, like animation technology moved very quickly in the early 20th century. So he's got a full decade on Disney here. Let's see what he does with the same concept and how he innovates it. So the tortoise wins again. And that, you know, that's obviously, you know, we're taking the fable as our source. That's fine. I'm not mad about people reusing the fable. I haven't seen this one, actually. I've not seen this Terry tune before. It could be good. Sometimes Terry surprises us. Don't be excited by directed by Connie. It's not a woman. It's just a guy named Connie. Okay. So we have a much less detailed, worse looking Max Hare. We're starting out strong. And he is skating for some reason. We're doing something. It's been a full 11 years. We're giving him the same outfit but with less detail and worse. And he's like drawn with less detail and precision. Okay, but he's very impressive. Oh shit, terrifying. What? Why did his head turn around like that? Okay, everybody's very excited. Some of these rabbits are like, fuck the cold, I go naked. Okay, he's just showing off his prowess. I don't even think he's being... This is the thing too that I thought with the other one. Is like Max Hare is like genuinely a good athlete. Like that tortoise had some presumption. I think he could win. That's all I'm saying. So here, I'm just calling him Max Hare. He's just like, we have Max Hare at home. Like he's just a poorly done version of that. But like he's just kind of showing off, and everybody there's impressed. Does that make him a bad person? Like this is what he's good at. I mean, maybe just pulling out a firearm in front of a bunch of kids. Holy shit, he's Superman. What is wrong with this turtle's face? What is wrong with him? Y'all, I haven't seen this cartoon before. What? I was not ready. And his shell, like, doesn't even look like it fits him. Y'all, like, look at that neck. It's like a hand-me-down shell. Why'd they do him like this? You could have made him look like a dumb turtle, but you didn't need to make him look like he's melting. Oh, it's painful. All right, let's see what happens.
That's my pop. So what? That's my pop. My pop's the fastest skater in the world. Go on, my father can beat your father.
Oh, we're doing a my dad is better than your dad thing. I'm sorry, little turtle boy. Your dad looks like gelatin. Your dad is a melting butter sculpture. And like what? We're being an asshole to this kid who's just proud of his dad. I'm so we don't set him up as much of an a-hole. You know, everybody's just enjoying that guy showing off, and this little turtle's being jealous. Sorry, the Disney one does a better job of setting up the rabbit as the villain.
He cannot, he can so.
This little turtle's just starting shit.
Right here.
Also, the hat completely changed color. Terry Toons is so freaking lazy. Look, it's black. It's black with a yellow ribbon. It's like they don't even talk to each other between, and then it's red.
Turn the book, Pop.
Nice. That doesn't seem encouraging. Oh, okay. So he brings out the fable to be like, my dad would beat your dad. And the little rabbits are like, no fucking way.
So, Pop.
It's malicious propaganda, that's what it is.
Nice.
Where is he? Where is he?
I love how inconsistent the Terry guys are. And by I love, I mean I hate it. Like, this rabbit looks so different from any other time that we've seen him.
So it's you, bragging again.
I haven't said a word.
You said you could beat me. Now, don't deny it. We've got to settle this thing once and for all. Come on out and fight like a man.
So this is like similar to something that Bugs Bunny does. It kind of takes the also, damn, the hourglass shape on this. Again, I'm sorry. I'm being weird about the cartoon characters. I'm sorry. Let's move on. We don't have to talk about his body shape and how it is a splended hourglass.
I'll bet you $1 million I can beat you.
$1 million?
I don't want your money, but I'll race you just the same.
It's a deal.
Why did the kid just sneak off? Like, why did we do that? Okay, where is he going? What's he up to? They were bringing all the little turtles.
Get on your mark.
So I'll tell you, just in case that they're just planning on copying the Looney Tunes one, the turtle only beats Bugs Bunny because he gets, and you only find this out at the end. So like, he keeps being in front of Bugs, and Bugs can't figure out why. And he basically gaslights him because the turtle has actually asked like 9 of his identical... Oh no, he does call them. Yeah, I'd forgotten. Sorry. He asks like 9 of his identical family members to come to the race and pretend to be him so that they can pretend to win. And then they all split the winnings. But that's just cheat. Like, that's not how a race works. So they just gaslight Bugs Bunny and then like defraud the race. I do like this elegant gentleman of a pig. I like him a lot. Again, we have no consistency on how any of these characters are drawn. This is like a totally new way to draw both of our main characters. But whatever.
Get set.
Just a moment, please.
What? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! He's also putting on his sporty. He just took off some sweaters. Okay, now he's ready to perform. All right, this guy's doing great. Dude, don't be a show-off. That's how you... Didn't you read the story? This is how you lose. That... What even is that fucking face? Oh, this is gonna make me sick, the way their weird perspective shifts and things. Oh, it's gonna snowball. Okay, this has been used so many times in animation at this point that it makes me sad. Like, to look at them like, oh, he's fast like a speeding train. We know. We've seen this. This has been around since, like, for almost 20 years. Alright, he's as fast as... Whoa, and he runs into him. Oh, now he's riding him. He's got his face, his rabbit ass on his face. Okay, now he's being a little bit of an asshole. But that's okay, because the turtles are gonna cheat. We're gonna try to copy the Looney Tunes as well. We've stolen Max Hare's design, but we're not gonna make this quite as wholesome. We're going to cheat. Oh shit, didn't work very well, and he just like murdered all those baby tortoises, I think. I don't know. I don't think it's good for them to get ripped out of their shell. Oh shit. Tortoise in costume. He has to buy tickets to the police ball. Oh, but they're fucking lying. As you can imagine. Oh my god. They trying to fucking kill this guy? Incredible. That's kind of funny. Okay, good. So we know how much longer we have to watch this cartoon. Stop cheating. Like, you're not even ahead anymore. It's just dumb. Like, Max Hare stops because that's, like, his characterization. But this guy, it feels like he's just stopping because that's how the story is supposed to go, you know? Like, it doesn't feel like it's, like, I guess he was a show-off before. But he seems a little desperate to, like, not lose, you know? He's already been told that he might lose. Oh, now he's doing a gag, but we're doing this. Just blatantly stealing a Looney Tunes gag. So that's some bullshit. Look at his fucking rubbery leg, too. At least the kicking the sign out like that was pretty cool. And we're gonna slam into it. See, when you try to do Looney Tunes, but you're not Looney Tunes, it just ends up rather joyless. Oh my god, they're just trying to kill this fucker. Lol. Yeah. This guy's gonna have a heart attack. Just focus up. He's so sad. Dude, your dad is not faster. You're making all your friends cheat. What are we learning? Like, I don't want to, like, I don't mind when Bugs Bunny and, like, another grown creature, like, cheat against each other. It's for, like, adults. I don't like watching these little rabbits genuinely hopeful that their father's skill can win this. And then this turtle and all of his cousins, like, trying to kill an adult rabbit. Alright, let's see what he's gonna do. He's got a magnet. Oh, he's a crafty bitch. That's a pocket, apparently. These turtles can just go in that freezing cold water, which is wild. Oh, okay, he's gonna take the fish along with him. Like, this just feels so dissatisfying, because it's not even, like, winning a game of wits. It's just that poor rabbit dad is totally outnumbered. Oh god, that was racist, I'm sorry. Just let it pass. Let's just keep going. Fucking, well, you know, actually, we're not gonna let it pass. What we're gonna say is the casual racism of 30s, 40s, 50s, and even into the 60s cartoons is so obnoxious. It's like, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need that in there. We didn't need you to do some half-ass reference to Native Americans. It doesn't fit. It doesn't. They just threw it in there to fill time a lot of times, I feel like. Alright, so he's pissed now. Is he gonna actually fucking focus? He's been behind this whole time. Oh my god, the turtle's getting cocky now. But you didn't, why are we okay with him getting cocky, but not the rabbit? The turtle cheated. Look at it, look at his, okay. Well, how is his son? I guess
I'm beginning to think there was something screwy about that race.
Could be.
They blatantly copied the end of the Bugs Bunny. They blatantly copied. This is exactly what happens. Bugs Bunny is like, I think something's wrong. And then all of the turtle friends go, could be, in a much funnier and less slow and sad way than these ugly little turtle children. That was bad. I did not enjoy that. It was just like such a... They were just trying so hard to copy the Looney Tunes. And that was so bad. I wish we could have watched the Looney Tunes without me getting worried about getting fucking snipered by the Warner Brothers. But that was bad. It was just like a really sad attempt to copy the joyous speed of the Looney Tunes version. Alright, let's see what... So, Woody Woodpecker is kind of a similar character to like Daffy Duck or early Daffy Duck or early Bugs Bunny. He's just an agent of chaos. He's very fast most of the time. So let's see what Lance does with this. This was actually, it's a little bit different because, so this is 2 years after the Terry tune. It's a little bit different because it's a Coca-Cola commercial. So that's why it's like so short, but I still think it's worth watching just to see like what is Lance's like take on it. Very excited to see what he does. It might be horrible. It kind of looked bad, but let's give him a chance. Let's see if he can like, you know, right the ship from where Paul Terry brought us. That cartoon was, and like the Terrys are just so slow and sad. So let's see. Interesting. I thought this was 48. But that said 53. So this is older than I thought. Okay, they asked... Oh, this one's from 53. But Coca-Cola reached out to Lance's 48. Sorry, y'all. I've never seen this. We're obviously doing... This is for a TV spot, right? So it's going to be a little more limited animation. I think, like... They just started with him flexing at him. Which, I don't know if, like, bicep strength is really the... Where we think rabbits excel. But let's see what happens. I like this character design. It's for TV, so it's a little more limited, but I think it's still cute. Oh, look at him just fucking crawl his way. Okay. He's gonna take a nap. So it's classic. But he's trying to be smart. He's put out a little thread. Oh, but the turtles... nice. Outthinks it. Awesome. That's great. So he tries to be smart with his nap, which, like, is just dumb. Just finish the race. Don't take a nap. But I guess, like, the idea in the fable, like, I'm kind of missing... After watching all these, I'm missing the point of the fable. Is that, like, the rabbit tears himself out. Wears himself out. Not tears. Jesus Christ, Riley. Wears himself out. So let's see. So he's like, oh no! And then he's like, gotta catch up. Oh no, here he comes, man. He's beating you again. What are you gonna do? Okay, well. We're gonna put on skates because we're a fucking cheater. Again, we're just gonna cheat. Oh. He's taking a second for a swim. Never mind. That's cute. I like the old style swimsuit. Why is he just like, how short is that water? Oh, he's just on one little skate. Ran right out of his shorts. Aw, spun him around again. Oh, we got it. We're stopping at the finish line. What's he got? Okay, he's got a rocket. I'm not really sure yet what this has to do with Coca-Cola. But I am enjoying it. So the rabbit is yet to cross the finish line, but he stopped to gloat. So this is, I think this is cool. This was made for television. I think. Obviously, I don't fucking know anything. Oh, animated theatrical advertisements. So this would be playing before to like be like, go get your, you know, it was like the dancing popcorn or whatever that you see in Greece. So they're all getting their, I think they do a good job of setting up that this rabbit's a little bit too cocky. He's like, you know, it's pretty playful. I think the tortoise is doing a good job. Pretty cute. All right. Yeah, now he's got it. Yeah, you just lost. Now, it kind of ruins the slow and steady wins the race. Because the tortoise put a rocket on his shell. But maybe the moral here is a little bit more like, stay focused, you know. Oh, he's fine with it.
Too many pauses can lose the race. But the pause that's always a winner is the pause that refreshes with a bottle of delicious, ice-cold Coca-Cola.
That's the Coca-Cola relation? The tortoise won a thing of Coca-Cola? That had nothing to do with Coca-Cola. Walter Lantz took their money and made just something completely different. Also, I thought it was for TV. I think the characters are like less... the character design is less impressive. But he obviously, if it wasn't for TV. But maybe he didn't have a ton of time to do it. The rabbit is fine with it because he also gets to go share the Coca-Cola with the tortoise. This is the advertisement that Coke paid for. Amazing. I love it. The relationship, but just take their money. Waste Coke's time. 1953. Alright, so that was Walter Lance's, and I think he did a pretty good job. That was cute. Especially for like a Coca-Cola advertisement. That was fine. Let's go back to being sad and watch another Terry Tunes. This is basically trashing on Terry again. But you will be able to see, like I said, there's also the Hare, so go check that out. And you will also see more about the Bugs Bunny version. So the last one was just a really sad attempt to copy. The last Terry that we watched before the Coke advertisement was just a really sad attempt to copy Bugs Bunny's Tortoise one, obviously. It was like 5 years after the Bugs Bunny one, a full 11 years after the Disney one. I just tried to copy the two without any of the magic that made those two work. So now, Terry, never to give up on a bad idea, is going to try to do it again. This one's from 1957. So it is another 11 years after Terry did this, after Terry did this concept. So let's see what happens if he can pull it off. Okay, cool. I was like, why is it like that? Let's see what happens. Can Terry pull it? It's going to be a hair-breadth finish, y'all. Terry has now had 22 years since the original Disney cartoon. And he's had 11 years since his last attempt. And just to give you an idea, it's 9 years after that Lance commercial that we just watched. So let's see how he does. Let me just get this out of the... because it bothers me that that's there. Okay, let's see how he does. What the fuck is this rabbit? Like, the first time I saw him, I just could not stop laughing because he's so sad. He doesn't get a name. He doesn't get coloring. Like, they didn't even bother. Like, what is his face? He's so weirdly drawn. And he's just trying his best. He's smiling, but his proportions are weird, and he doesn't even get a name. So let's see what happens. Okay, Paul Terry proudly presents a hair-breadth finish. And it's a Terry tune. We already said that it's a Paul Terry, but we gotta say it's a Terry tune. He's not gonna let anyone else lay claim to these gold nuggets.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
So we start with this sad rabbit getting arrested. Trying to, like, resisting arrest. Beating up a cop. Okay, cool.
What's the charge, Casey?
Resisting arrest and assaulting an officer. I'm innocent. It was all his fault, Chief. He ruined my one big chance!
Okay. I feel like resisting arrest and assaulting an officer can't be the only charges, right? Like, what was he originally getting arrested for? I mean, I guess assaulting an officer could be the charge, but, like, what was he originally getting arrested for? Anyway, I guess we'll find out. God, he looks so different from frame to frame. Okay. It's like they're trying to copy this thing Bugs Bunny does where he, like, cries for sympathy, but this rabbit is so weird that no one cares.
Everybody's heard of me. I'm the hare that lost that race to the tortoise. And I couldn't live it down.
And again, we're trying to, like, copy. Why is it so hard for these people to do? We talked about this in the Hare last week, too. Why is it so hard for these people to do, like, good rip-offs of Bugs Bunny's voice? I mean, I understand Mel Blanc is, like, a joy and a delight, you know, like Mel Blanc was a treasure to society, okay, like with all the voices that he could do. But like, we've heard people do reasonable versions of Bugs Bunny. Was it that hard to find someone who could do like just a reasonable copy? Like, this is like, this guy's voice is not it. He's so sad. Look at how sad he is. When we watched this the first time, my boyfriend like screenshotted this and shared it on Twitter as like Bugs Bunny slander because like, look how fucking sad he looks. And like, also this doesn't like, in order for the fable to be satisfying narratively, you have to still register the tortoise as the underdog. Or you have to think that the rabbit is such an a-hole that it is fun to watch him fail. So like that is the thing, like Bugs Bunny is kind of like hoisted by his own petard. Max Hare, even more so. Max Hare is even more so, right? Like he was a total jerk. But with that dad rabbit, he was just like trying, like he was just trying his best. And it felt weird when he was like showing off. Like it was like not super in character with like, he just read the story. Like that was kind of weird. Like I appreciate the attempt to go meta, but like, you know, but like this rabbit is no one's overdog. This rabbit is so sad. He doesn't even know his name. He's like, you know me, the hare who gets beaten by that tortoise. That is his entire self-image. That is how he understands himself as a being. He's getting made fun of by fucking squirrels.
Wherever I went, they jeered at me. I was a marked hare.
Amazing.
It got so, I even hated myself.
Aww. Also, his nose is not good. Jesus Christ! Trigger warning self-harm. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Like, that's so sad. Oh my god. That, like, he just starts beating himself with a mallet. We are not setting me up to root against this rabbit, is all I'm saying.
Things couldn't go on this way. I had to redeem myself.
Okay. He's gonna
I
try.
had to race that tortoise again and beat him. So I spent a winter at the dog track in Miami to build myself up.
Okay, and he's like putting in effort. He's training. Like he's putting himself in danger to train. I mean, he's still like being an ale about it. Look at him taunt those dogs. Bro, he's learned nothing.
Take off and make myself coming back.
Amazing.
I was ready.
Like, he's just clearly a spectacular athlete. And I feel very bad for him. Like, this is the rabbit's one thing. A tortoise has other things that are his thing. I'm starting to feel bad for the rabbits in all of these stories. Because, like, the tortoise is just stomping on the rabbits. Rabbits are fast. That's all they have. They don't have any other protection besides, I guess they can hear really well, I think. I assume because I look at the fucking ears. Like, this guy's ears look like Olive Garden breadsticks. But you know what I'm talking about. And, like, the tortoise has his shell. They have longevity. You know, they could bite. But he's just stomping all over the rabbit's thing. Anyway.
And this time I wasn't taking any chance.
At least Terry's making me sympathize with this rabbit. But, like, is that... Oh, he's trying... Look at him try to... He tried to put his chest up, but it's just his belly. Okay, this time he's gonna focus. Dude, look where you're... For fuck's sake. Oh, this is sad. Oh, it's sad he's stomping on him. Did the rabbit lose again? No. Okay, he's gonna wake up. He looks so weird. And he's never drawn... Like I said, Terry never draws a character the same in any, like, 30-second period. Okay, he's dug this big hole. Okay, it's a trap. But the tortoise is gonna go like this, yeah. Oh, no, shit! It actually worked! Oh, he's gonna fucking bury the tortoise alive. Okay, that ought to do it. Oh, nope. He made his way out. Just run the race. Just focus. Have you ever tried? Have you ever hypothetically tried to just run the race? Jesus Christ. And just stay focused. Okay. Maybe he's trying it now. We were gonna do some okay, he's outrunning his shadow. Which is pretty funny. Bro, get your shit together. We're in a race. Oh, the shadow's gonna make him lose now. I feel bad for this rabbit. I don't want to see him off himself. Like, that's what Hare does in his first episode. Okay, we're gonna do this, which I'm pretty sure Bugs Bunny tries to do in his as well. The only thing I like in this whole short is how unconcerned and even a little grumpy about this. Like, the tortoise is like, we're fucking doing this again. Like, he's like, whatever. Like, I love it. He's like got the vibe of the person at work like, that you know who's been there for forever, and they're always surly, and, like, they're always so, like, annoyed by everything, but they get away with whatever just because they've been there for so long. Like, that's the vibe. This turtle is like, I'm not coming in on Wednesday. And, like, everyone's like, okay, I guess they're not coming in on Wednesday. Oh. Oh! And he brought an extra! That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, I liked that. That was neat. That was pretty creative, I think. Unless I'm forgetting that they stole that from somewhere. Just run, rabbit! Amazing. Handle without care. I mean, this gag has been done. Bugs Bunny mailed the turtle as well. So they just stole that gag too. Directly. Sometimes, in spite of themselves, Terry makes me laugh. Like, you know, somebody got in, like, something silly. Like, this is so not on model. Like, by model, I mean, like, the character model, right? Like, the kind of master sheet of, like, what the character's supposed to look like. This is obviously not on model for this turtle, but it's so fucking silly that I like it anyway. Look at his fucking face. And then we're back. The Margarita Monday is over. He's back to just making his way. So I was gonna be like, you know, I think that this short does work in a way. Because the rabbit is, at this point, it was too sad at the beginning, but at this point, the rabbit is kind of screwing himself over, right? Because he's so distracted by cheating that he's slowing himself down. But then I realized, that's just what happens in the Looney Tunes one. They're just copying the Looney Tunes one, but doing it worse. Amazing. I like that he can just, like, there's a hinge on the fucking shell. I do like that. I will give it to them when they do something funny. Oh, that's sad. That wasn't even... Also, ow. Look at those splits. That one was lame because, like, that's just malfunctioning equipment. Like, he should sue the people who sold him that dynamite. Because normally, like, when somebody is trying to set off some dynamite, you know, something happens that makes either that happen or, like, they end up getting blown up. There's some type of, like, there's something that happens. It's not just shit luck. This rabbit just has shit luck. Bro, just run. Just fucking run. Don't bother taking out. Just run. He's about to win. Annoying. Okay, everyone's cheering for the turtle again. Wow, that's... Oh, is that what you do when you cheer? You just, like, pump your arms like that? Okay, he's really coming in for it. Now, before we get to the end of this, I just want to check something really quick. Yes, in 1943... Oh, no, sorry. So Bugs gets beat by Cecil Turtle twice. He gets beat in 1941 and in 1943. And then in 1947, he actually wins. It's called Rabbit Transit. He does finally beat the turtle. But he gets arrested for speeding. So let's see what happens in this cartoon that is 10 years after that. 10 years after that cartoon. Let's see how they end this.
Stop! You've been clocked by radar exceeding the speed limit. Ah! Let me see your name. Let me see your right. I gotta get by.
So they completely copy their button, like the button being the ending of the whole thing. They completely copied the end of a cartoon that came out 10 years earlier. And then this rabbit just has to watch as he loses. Aww.
What happened? I would have won. I could have redeemed myself, and this palooka spoiled it all. He ruined
I feel bad for him, actually.
I just can't win.
He's so right.
And again, we only win by cheating. I don't know why the judge also had to be dressed. Like, what type of conspiracy world does this rabbit live in? Like, I think that is an ending that, like, my boyfriend often has very different opinions than me about Terry Toons. And he was like, well, that's kind of funny. And I'm like, because it's still copying. It's copying several of the Bugs Bunny endings, so it's like, that's fine. I just feel too bad for, like, I can't really laugh. I'm just like, oh my god, this poor rabbit lives in this world where turtles dress up as authority figures in order to sustain this status quo of the turtle winning this race despite not being as athletic. Like, the rabbit deserves to win that. He's faster. And he should have been and like, to get stopped during a race because you were speeding and it's just stopped by another turtle? That's just cheating. Okay. How long have I been ranting about this? I have been ranting about this for 50 minutes. Oh, well, we're gonna pop up with that for my Twitch stream. But I just want to take a second to say thank you for watching. I've got a couple of things to fix about how the YouTube is showing up for the next series, but I wanted to make this and share this with you. Basically, as you can see, the reason that we remember Disney and Looney Tunes, I think, more than we remember a lot of these other studios is that... Sorry, my alarm went off. Is that they did their own thing. Like, Disney was constantly innovating. I'm gonna take this off because this is distracting me. There we go. Disney was constantly innovating. You know, they were constantly, like, putting out the best looking cartoons, the most colorful, the most cute, the most well drawn, the most detailed. And they did well with characterization a lot of the time. Sometimes the silly symphonies are just too cutesy and vague for me. Like, there's other ones that the Looney Tunes kind of make fun of that are very much like, most of the silly symphonies were like, a bunch of little animals are all getting along in the woods, and then a big scary creature comes to eat somebody, and then the little animals help each other escape. And like, that's it. That's the whole fucking cartoon. And like, set to cute music. And it's like, that's fine, but mostly it's pretty boring. But like, Disney was definitely like, it had, you know, its style, right? The Disney style. And then Looney Tunes, recognizing that they were in an ecosystem where they needed to respond to Disney, that they needed to exist kind of around Disney and how Disney was doing things, they went for something more edgy. They went for something where, like, faster. They went for something with more gags. It was less realistic. You know, the Bugs Bunny can do ridiculous things with his body, etc. So Looney Tunes definitely had their own style as well. And you see that in how Bugs and Cecil, like, immediately start cheating. Like, they're both, like, Bugs is immediately, like, a big fat cheater. And he's, like, losing his temper. Like, it's not Disney-fied at all, even if it is kind of in response to the original Disney cartoon of this fable. And then you have Terry Toons, who just tries twice to just copy the other ones a decade later. And does, like, they're so slow. And it's just, like, it just goes to show, like, there are some good, I hate to say it, but, like, there are a couple good Terry Toons. And it's really, like, he does his best when he is just doing his thing. Like, his things that he is good at, which tends to be gags underwater. I don't know why, but exclusively the best Terry Toons cartoons are him doing stuff underwater. I don't know what it is, but, like, you know, like, and Terry is hard because he's always copying shit or copying himself. But the best ones are definitely when, like, he's embracing his own style and his own characters and not just doing these bad copies of these other studios, because it's just never as fun. I think the Lance still worked because, like, that was a commercial, so different standards, right? It wasn't a full cinematic cartoon, but it used the same fable and, like, a lot of these same ideas, but it wasn't just outright stealing gags or character designs. It was its own thing. Obviously not as good as the cinematic cartoons, but again, it was a Coca-Cola commercial, and I love the idea that Lance put in very little effort to make this story that had nothing to do with Coca-Cola and got paid by Coca-Cola for it. I do enjoy that. So yeah, that's the first taste of kind of how a lot of these studios responded to Disney. Next week, we're going to look at something even older. I wanted to look at this because we just did Hare, so this topic was kind of, like, on my mind. But next week, we're going to look at one that's even older. So this is going to be a bunch of cartoons from the 30s, from the 1930s. We're going to start with a Mickey Mouse cartoon called The Gay Gaucho. which is Mickey being a cowboy. And then we're going to look at the, like, approximately 1 billion copies of this that the other studios made. Like, even Looney Tunes tried to make a copy with their character, I think was Foxy. I think that was the character they were trying to make, like, a copy. This was before Looney Tunes was like, we want to have our own vibe. In the 30s, they were, like, in the early 30s, they were still just desperately trying to copy Disney. So, very excited to show you guys that next week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the Bugs Bunny mega video. I know I've been teasing that in a lot of these, but it's going to be 3 hours of Bugs Bunny wonderfulness. We're also going to be, we're doing a reaction video to a horrible 90s movie, like live action movie with Baby Huey, which is this, like, I'll probably do a commentary video on some of the Baby Huey cartoons as well, because horrifying. Baby Huey is a horrifying character. I wish he had never been made. That's like another novel tune, I think, with Hare, so that's fun. We'll be back next week with more comedy gold. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought of these, if you agreed or disagreed with my estimation of these in the comments. Make sure you like the video so that you get more ludicrous cartoon content. And let's hang out on Twitch. I put that link in the description. I'll talk to you all you want about cartoons. This is my monomania. I'm obsessed, especially with Bugs Bunny. Terry Toons always disappoints me. My boyfriend says that I'm too picky. Or he just says I'm not appreciating their thing, but I think they don't have a thing. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I will see you next week, and we will look even further back in time to the early 30s. I think it's the early 30s. It might even be a little bit into the 20s. We'll see. I haven't done the research yet for that video. I'm just going off of, like, vague memory from when we watched all of the versions of this story. And we'll see how each of the different studios took a concept from Disney and tried to make it their own, or just blatantly tried to copy Disney. Anyway, see you next week!